Will Smith is finally, after being separated from Jada since 2016, remember we told you that and they said we were lying? Jada said, listen, I will never leave Will Smith. He is my life partner.
You see this article? This article is from IMDb. I don't think I would ever be mature enough. Official divorce with Will Smith scared Jada Smith, and she's terrified of breaking up assets. No surprise there, right, men? But that's why he's her life partner.
And so we told y'all about this and y'all just couldn't get it through your head that your favorite couple would be living apart and be separated and be dating other people, and especially Jada dating another bisexual man, August Alsina.
By the way, this lady Tasha K is talking to women. Men absolutely could believe that she was dating another dude, but Will was always more valuable than her. Well, you know what? Let's not get into that. Let's listen to more what she's talking about.
So we got a call he's done with the PR of it all. The life partnership is not working. He has a woman that he's in love with, and she is not black.
Not even that matters, but you know these women always want to point that out. You should say she's not bald-headed. You should say she don't want to mess with another guy on him. But this is something that I said in this next video I'm about to play. He's more valuable than her, especially at this stage in their lives. But let's roll that clip.
Why she hasn't gotten a divorce yet? Why she won't get a divorce? You guys know why she won't get a divorce, right? Let's look at all the pluses to her getting a divorce. Alimony. If you were to Google the definition of alimony, it's court-ordered support paid by one spouse to the other after they are separated. If it's all about the money, she can get a divorce from him and just sleep with August Alsina all day, and Will got to pay for it. $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a month. Maybe more than that. Whatever she tells the judge that she needs, she'll get it. So if it's all about the money, that's enough money. I know a lot of you ratchet girls in here would love to do that. Read the bottom one. She settled for Will. She wanted August or Pac. I believe if Pac was alive, she wouldn't be married to Will. I put that up there so you guys can see the type of weirdo comments that I get from people.
So let me set this up right fast. This video is from when I did a TikTok live, and we was talking about this Will Smith Jada situation, because I'm basically talking to all you men saying, yo, man, don't let society and the different women in our lives and in our communities tell us that we're not what we already believe that we are. You know what I'm saying? Like these weird people in the comments talking about she settled for what? You settled for a rapper? See, they never really gave rap credit like that. Now they don't have no choice but to, which is why they're trying to say all of their fair-skinned rappers are better than everybody ever. But, you know, we remember back when y'all was saying, oh, rap is nothing. But and anyway, let me not get sidetracked. They always want for you to think you aren't what you are. Back then, I was saying to you, men, yeah, what Kevin Samuels talking about is cool, but I don't make six figures, and I'm able to get a wife who don't want to go nowhere, who's not gonna, and I'm not as handsome as you, I'm not as young as you, I'm not as in shape as you. So if I can do it, I know you can. And in this TikTok live, just mad people was throwing tomatoes at me. So that's what this whole, and it's just ironic that years ago when we did this video, and now to come to find out, it came to that. But what I was saying back then was true then, and it is still true now. Let's get back into the clip.
I know the real reason why she won't divorce. She'll never divorce Will. It's cheaper to keep her. No, she wants a divorce. Allegedly, she the one's complaining. That ain't what Will doing. Will really likes her. Plus, it don't matter if you, the man, want to keep her. Why is everyone switching up from what we know to be true? We know that if a woman don't want to be with you when she divorces you, you just got to deal with it. Aren't you a grown man? Should you be focused on your own life instead of rich people? Aren't you a grown woman? Shouldn't you be focused on your son, your daughter, and your husband instead of on my TikTok talking to me? Exactly. She mad, that's why she said that. She mad because the logic is kicking in. She can just get a divorce from him. She said she don't like him. She said she wants to not be with him. She said she's with another man. She says she wants to be with another man. Why don't she just divorce him? Yeah, it's not about that hating lady. Haters can always be debunked. Haters are mad because they really like you. Take that with y'all when you leave this live. Haters are really mad because they really like you. They either want to be like you, they want to hang out with you, they like your energy, they like something about you, and it angers them that they like you. They wish that they didn't like you, but they can't help but like you because you're so likable. So haters are good. Nah, there's a real reason as to why she won't divorce him. Because all of these women in here, these women don't even got a dude like Will. And they be ready to divorce their men super quick. Say something she don't like. She ready to divorce you. Do something she don't like. She ready to divorce you. Do something she do like. She ready to divorce you. Say something that she like. She ready to divorce you. The real reason that Jada won't divorce Will is because once she divorces Will, she'll disappear into obscurity. Jada is in a prime position. She gonna get all the money that she wants. If it's all about the money, she gonna get all of the perks of money. Money gives you options. We know that. But here's the thing about money and when women get money. When women get a bag of money, it doesn't take away their stress. You see, women, y'all are not like men. When men get a bag of money, that's a big stress relief. Let me pay back my student loans. Let me pay my child support off. Let me pay off other credit card debt I got. Now I got a whole big bag of money left. Let's say after you paid all of your debts, you still got, and this is a little bit of money, $200,000 left. You know what? Let me get on a plane and just fly to Aruba for the weekend. Just cause I could. When you do that as a man, and you don't know this, women, even if you're not one of, no cap, thank you, bruh. Even if you're not one of these dudes who be in the strip club, just the fact that you got the option to go to a place where the faces are different, you in a different tax bracket. You get to be around people in a different tax bracket. That's why I'm getting all these hearts, because these brothers can feel this logic. That's a great big stress reliever. Women, when y'all get a bag of money, you still be angry. You'll still be upset. You still be stressed because the money is not what relieves your stress. The money doesn't relieve our stress either as men. And no one told you women this. It's the access to what we want. Like I said, taking that flight to Aruba, it's crazy pretty women there. That's just going to give you attention. They're going to talk to you. They're going to be nice. They're going to smile. Hi, welcome to Aruba. Psst, I'm a man. Men know men. You women don't know men like we men know each other. That's why when you women get a bag, y'all still be stressed. If women don't need a man, why is it an insult for women to say, you don't got no man? If women don't need a man, why is it such an insult when a woman tells another woman, you don't have a man? Because most women rely on men and they don't like that they do. It hurts. It burns. Oh, it makes them, it angers them. Like a child that got sent to their room and know they can't go, they can't leave the room. Women always try to insult other women by saying you don't have a man. They always do. Men, send me a heart if you've ever heard a woman in the last 20 years try to insult another woman by saying she don't have a man. Thanks for sending that heart. Thanks for keeping it 100. Again, yeah, you're right. This is the 21st century. Women are getting their own money. Why are you still angry? Why are you still cranky? You're a grown woman. You getting money. Why are you still cranky? You shouldn't be. Women like to insult other women by asking them, do they have a man, or telling them that they don't have a man. Financially secure women should not be cranky no more, because financially secure men, we don't be cranky like that. That's why the men will send us so many hearts, because they're like, yeah, you're right. I don't be cranky when I got money. I don't be. I be chilling. Name one woman, you. You've said before to women, you don't got no man. You said that before. You said that before. I can look at your face and tell you said that to people before. Now, you got to be on mute. You got to be on mute for 5 minutes. You can't come in here trying to take all the energy out of my live. Go start your own live. I thought you were saying it was old and all that. Go start your live. Where do you live? In the United States? You don't need a man. Why are you still angry? Why you don't got no profile picture? Sweetness for you? You don't need a man? Why you so cranky? Why you in here bothering people if you don't need a man? If you had a man, you'd be off with him enjoying your life. You wouldn't be worrying about what TikTok is doing. Or you'd be on TikTok with your man. You'd be doing TikToks with your man. Hey, we chilling. Love you, baby. Mwah. Yeah, no doubt. I appreciate that, Vampire Monkey. Us men, we know. It's not enough men like us around us to where we can just kick it like that. We got to go online to find dudes like that. Them dudes ain't in our neighborhoods. We got to go online to find them. My girl at work, I'm so happy. Exactly. The reason that Jada won't leave Will is because once she does, she'll disappear into obscurity. Nobody will talk about Jada no more. Nobody cares about Jada right now. The Oscars was about, let's give Will an Oscar. She just was his +1. She won't leave Will. She's not going to divorce him because she's not a famous person. She's more famous than me. You need to get a life. You in my life. So thanks for showing me that I got a life. It's 700 people in here. You one of them. So who need a life? Me or you? Your own kids don't listen to you. Your own man don't like you. Oh yeah, you don't got no man because you don't need no man. You can't get no man. And fellas, we all know, we've heard women insult other women by saying, you don't even got no man. What's the insult to guys? You don't get no girls. I'm gonna say it again. The insult to guys is you don't get no girls, plural. You don't get girls, several of them. Insult to women, you don't get no man, singular. You don't have a man. I'm not making these rules up, y'all. This is stuff that you never really thought about in your day-to-day. I do hear people saying that. You don't got no girls. They don't never say you don't got no girl, because as a man having one girl, that ain't good enough. This is a societal norm. As a man, you have to be able to get girls. That's the diss. You don't get girls. I never heard a woman say, you don't got no girl. They say, you don't get girls. No girls like, they always say girls like all of us. All of us women don't like you. Even if you got one girlfriend, they don't count that. So women diss other women by saying you don't have a man. That's a diss. And fighting words to a girl is calling her ugly. Oh, we got scrap. You're not calling me ugly. We got to fight. So I'm saying all that to say this is psychology. The psychology is Jada will not divorce Will, even though she don't like him, even though she wants Pac, even though she got August Alsina, and they're in an open marriage. So that's not even the big deal that she's messing with August Alsina, because I'm in an open marriage. You know, I be bringing girls in here. My wife brings girls in here. That's not the issue. Jada claims to be unhappy. Well, do what the rest of these black women do. We're talking about black women who don't even got the cake that Jada Smith got. Poor black women be ready to divorce you if they was complaining about their man the way that Jada complains about her man. They would have been got rid of that dude. They would have been divorced him, and he would have had to pay alimony. And what is alimony? Alimony is, according to Google, court-ordered support paid by one spouse to another after they separate. So she could sleep with August Alsina, don't have Will in her face, get the house, and still have Will paying all of her expenses every month. Why won't you do that, Jada? You've already said you don't love him. That's why I put these things up here. She won't do that because it's not about the money with Jada. It's about the fame. It's about the clout. None of these dudes that Jada is messing with, we ain't talking about Tupac because he's dead. There's other dudes that's like Tupac. There's other rapper dudes out here that's like Pac. It's come on, man. There's other young dudes who's popping like that. More so than August Alsina is. There's dudes out here, man. But she not doing that. She not getting them dudes. She can't get them dudes. That's a 70-year-old woman. Y'all still stuck in 1990 when she was in her 20s. This lady is 70 years old now, man. Ain't nobody checking for her like that. You ratchet girls is checking for her. You I don't need no man girls is checking for her. This now going down the road on Will's career. You're right. Will is her meal ticket. He's her meal ticket in the sense of the clout. You can have money. You can have a lot of money. How many people you know are millionaires? You ain't getting invited to no red carpet unless somebody bring you there. The red carpet is prestige. That's a world stage. The Oscars, she not winning. Nobody wants to see her. Listen, man, cougars are not cool. A cougar is cool to a 20-year-old guy. A cougar, a 40-year-old woman, a 50-year-old woman, to a 50-year-old man, you not cool. You ain't settled down yet. I'm single by choice. There's something wrong with you, lady. That's only cool to other single girls. Corny single girls at that. Single girls who don't want to be single no more, that's not exclusive to them. That's not cool. No one's looking for this woman. August Alsina, he trying to jumpstart his career. It ain't working. Claiming, yeah, I'm sleeping with Jada. Who cares? He got to bring out a book talking about I'm sleeping with this 70-year-old woman. She mad? Stop saying she's 70. She's 50 years old. Bro, 50 years old is better than 70?
She is 70 in girl years because you're useless at that stage. No one wants to settle down with you.
Yo, a whole woman just said that. She said 50 is 70 in girl years because you're useless at that age.
Now, what man who's got his life established is picking a 50-year-old woman over the 20, 30, 40-year-old women that are available? And even the 40-year-old women are up there, so they're not the first choice. So why would a 50-year-old woman who's single by choice and never been settled down, why on earth will somebody pick her to take care of her for the rest of her 20 maybe years she got left? Like, that don't make no kind of sense. You're not going to start a family with her. So yeah, she's useless. So she might as well be 70. And if you don't understand that, well, then you probably are headed right down that road. Hold on. Semantics. It doesn't matter.
Hold on. And I just gotta laugh right quick because I don't be wanting to sick my wife on y'all.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, because it's not. Listen, you know that when women try to argue with little technicalities in your wording, they're trying to distract you from what you're actually talking about because they want you to get sidetracked. Like they don't understand the gist of what you're saying. It's called exaggerating. They know that. It's called hyperbole. They know that. You understand what I'm saying? You know what he mean when he say she's 70 years old. Obviously, he knows she's not really 70 years old. You're not that slow. But they'll act like they are so they can just distract you from the conversation topic so that other women who aren't useless, who are still in their 30s and 40s and even 20s, who are trying to learn how to become a valuable woman to a man without having to go run off, leveling herself up and wasting all these years working for somebody.
Hold on. A man can be almost 60 because the sperm is what's alive. The egg is not alive.
Not only that, like Will Smith, at almost 60, you're still a catch. People are still concerned about you. They actually want you in their life. It's not a deal breaker for a young woman to get with a man who's much older than her, even if he only has 20 years left. Because them 20 years, she can live real comfortably and invest. Hey, it's called life insurance. Okay, we might not be together for more than 20 years, but leave me with a little bit of change before you go. And then the next time after you, I'll be a little bit better off. I'll have a little bit better choice of men to pick from because I already have a history with a man who was caring for my household properly. You see what I'm saying?
I just muted her. She mad. She like, your wife needs to be quiet.
Honey, I know it hurts. I know it hurts.
That's why I'm laughing.
And these women have never been held accountable, so it burns. You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
only the women who are headed down that road, the 70-year-old woman road, who's still single by choice road, get upset when they hear people talking like this. The women who are hopeful that they're going to be in long-term healthy relationships, no, they get excited because they're like, you know what?
Hold on.
I still got some time.
Hold on. This is Juan. The only reason why he said you should invite her in. The reason I didn't invite her in, because that's how you beat women, by ignoring them. And I'm here to tell you brothers that. You beat these women by ignoring them. You don't got to punch them. You don't got to scream. Just ignore them. That burns worse than saying anything. And if I would have invited her in,
no way.
She's getting attention.
For free. She didn't earn it.
She's getting my attention. Brothers, you have energy. I know society didn't tell you that. I know your mother didn't tell you that. I know your father wasn't there to tell you that. I'm in that same boat. I had to figure that out over my 40 years. But now that I figured it out, now I'm telling you, brothers, your energy is what these women want. That's why it's a diss to other women when women say, you don't got no man. And all these women in here fronting, these 700 people in here, they know that. Us guys, we probably didn't realize that. So I'm not gonna pull this woman in here and give her my energy. She don't got 700 people, no place who want to deal with her. I ain't gonna give her that. Nah, she gotta earn my attention. So and I put her on mute for 5 minutes to prove a point to all you fellas. First of all, she's gonna stay the whole 5 minutes because she can't. It hurts. She got to get this emotion out.
We bet you she won't leave. She'll still come back and talk more junk.
That's for one. And for two, when she come back, if she be talking reckless, I'm gonna put her back in the corner again for another 5 minutes. And that's how you guys gotta do. That's what you men have to do. That's why I had the live where I said, don't love her, govern her. And your love for her will grow when you see how governable she is. Don't just jump into the relationship. I love her. Nah, let this girl prove to you that she knows how to be governed.
Because that woman clearly don't.
Can you tell her to be quiet and she do it? Or she gonna flip out? Nah, you gotta get out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? All women can start flipping out like that. But can she be governed? Can she be managed? Can she be moderated? Or she just flying off the handle when she feel? Because that's the wrong woman for you, brothers. Because she needs you more than you need her. And Will and Jada is a big example of that. And that's why we still talking about that. This is a good opportunity to talk about relationships all of us black men are in, all of us black men want. That's why when we get a bag, it's a stress reliever because the bag is going to solidify my next relationship. Why you so angry and cranky now that you got a bag, ladies? You the most educated, you the most paid, you the all of this stuff. Why you still cranky? Because any of us men, if we got a windfall of 200,000, immediately we not going to be stressed. This dude's in here that's going to go buy a couple birds with that. Immediately he's not going to be stressed. You should not be so stressed if you don't need a man and you got a bag. Why are you still angry? Okay, go ahead.
these women think that they have the right to just debo the conversation, and that's the problem. This is not Kevin Samuel's account where we just invite a bunch of ratchet loudmouths on here so they can continue making asses out of
themselves.
themselves.
Because we don't need you. We don't need you. I already have a woman right here. I'm not even talking to you women.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm not even talking to you women. I'm talking to you men. It's nearly 1,000 people in here. I'm talking to you men. I'm not even talking to you women. You, like this lady right here, Lynn's, Diane. Wow. Women outlive men. Okay. You need to realize we have value outside of men. Why are you cranky? That's all I'm asking. Why are you still cranky? You don't need men. Men ain't bothering you. You got a bag. You got your education. You got your degree. Why are you still cranky? None of them can answer that. Until you answer that, be quiet. And don't give me some mystical, logicless answer that a woman would give. Give a logic-based answer. I'm cranky because I'm 40 and I'm about to hit menopause. That's a logical answer. They'll never say that because it hurts too much to admit.
Lord.
Thanks for sending that person.
Anyways, to this, I will have to say women outlive men. You need to realize we have value outside of men. Women need to realize that. Women don't realize that. We don't know what our value is half the time. That's why they come outside acting a fool, because they think their value is in their looks. They think their value is in some education that they got. However, the world tells them that's not what it is. And it bothers them. So they flip out because they don't realize, well, what else about me is valuable if it's not this stuff.
Hold on right quick. We got like close to 1,000 people in here. Let us get to 5,000 likes. Come on, y'all. And I know she's dropping knowledge. And I know I was dropping knowledge on y'all. So come on, fellas. Send them hearts in here. Yeah, keep going.
No, you can keep going. Somebody else will have said something similar. We'll just keep going.
They have. I'm just scrolling past them, just letting you kick it.
Yeah.
Jada had it together. I don't know. Right. We have more power than we know. Men do have more power than we realize. We don't really realize it because society tells us the opposite. And then our moms, they don't even tell us the secrets that we should be watching out for women, even though our mothers know.
That's true. Let's see.
My mother taught me energy, no doubt. So let me take it back. Not all mothers are on that. Some mothers do be telling it, like this mother, but I had to fight with her and argue with her to make her tell her son the secrets that these women will do. She ain't just want to do it on her own.
Let's see. I'm just looking for a good comment.
Thanks for everybody that's sending the roses. We appreciate that. That's what's up. Thanks for all the people sending the hearts. We're not in here attacking women. We in here saying, why won't this woman who clearly don't like her man, why won't she leave? And the real reason she won't leave is because once she leaves with all her money, she will disappear into obscurity. She's not getting invited to no more Hollywood parties, even though she's a Hollywood person. She's not getting invited to the red carpet because nobody likes her movies. She doesn't put behinds in the seats. Will Smith, he puts butts in seats. He sells movie tickets. I can think of 4 movies off the top of my head that was summer blockbuster bangers.
Somebody says, what does the bottom part say?
There you go.
She settled for Will. She wanted August or Pac. I believe if Pac was still alive, she wouldn't be with Will. My opinion. That's a comment that someone left.
And I put that up there for a bunch of reasons. One of the reasons is if she settled for Will, why you don't just leave him? Because you can get alimony from him. You got every right to leave him now. Just leave the relationship.
All right, so this is what I have to say to just in general as I'm looking at the comments. I know that the picture of Will and Jada here may have enticed some of you women to jump in here and say whatever you want to say. But let me just quickly disclaim that this content that we create always revolves around relationships and marriage. And if you are a woman who cannot handle a candid conversation about relationships and marriage and how to keep a healthy one, all right, not a toxic one where you guys are fighting and beating each other up all the damn time. I mean, an actual healthy relationship where you and your mate are friends and respect one another. And if you, as a woman, are just innately against that, you single by choice, you worried about go chasing your career and you're not trying to start a family, you don't really have the desire to add male energy to your life, or maybe you're not even straight. Maybe you're not even a straight woman. This is not the live for you. This is not the stream for you. Just excuse yourself, because I promise you, you will get triggered multiple times.
Hold on.
Every time you do, you won't be able to control your mouth. You're going to say something sideways, which ends up having to get debunked, because the rest of our audience, who are women who actually care about getting married and settling down, women who are already married and settled down, that want to add to this conversation based on their experiences.
Hold on. This person said, let's see your beautiful girl. There they go. Could you see them?
They can't see.
You can't really see them, not good? Both of them are my girls.
How about, if you're worried about his beautiful girls, just get out of this live and go to the actual account, and you can scroll through the videos where you'll see the girls on there. All right? How about that? You do your homework and then come back and ask to be demanding stuff from people, because this is the problem. These people who supposedly don't need nobody, they need you to answer all their questions on demand. That's a problem. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm a total stranger. You want me to answer all your questions on demand while you're being disrespectful, but you're not going to demand that this man take care of you and marry you before you have babies with him.
Hold on. This person, I like this question. Moni, damn, the MIDI? I don't know. It said, OMG, what happened? Why is this vibe so angry? Because the women, wait. Oh, no, you can scroll it. Because the women are hearing what I'm saying, and it's making them angry. It's triggering them. It hurts. It's great. I hit you with logic. I said, this woman, these are comments that people left saying that how, Jada wanted Pac.
Thank you for the rose.
Jada wanted this other man. Jada doesn't need him. They should just get a divorce. And I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying, yeah, that's true.
And Moni also said, but that's not all of us.
What? No, but I never said it's all of y'all. I was talking about her specifically. I said, why won't she leave? She won't leave because she will disappear into obscurity with her 70-year-old behind. Nobody is checking for her. No man is checking for her. No women are checking for her. She's basically useless. She's living off of this man's clout. Nobody who she can get is on his level. That's why she keeps talking about Tupac. That's the only man that she even qualified for that was on that level. Will is on the level of Tupac, whether you want to look at it like that or not. Tupac was great for his music and everything like that. Will has been getting $20 million a movie since 1996. Okay, he's been Mr. Summer Blockbuster since 1996. That's over 20 years ago. For 20 years, this dude's been getting $20 million per movie. There's 4 movies off the top of my head that made hundreds of millions of dollars, maybe by this time all the way into the billions.
Comment. Deborah Summers said, we need to understand our men. And you're right, exactly. We do need to, but we women don't like to do homework on men. We like to do homework on lace front wigs. We like to do homework on which nail shop is the best. We like to do homework on how tight my pants can be and I can get away with it at work. We like to do homework on what is that bitch saying about me behind my back. We love to do homework on all of that stuff, completely irrelevant to our life. But when it comes to a man who we're going to incorporate into the rest of our existence, our life partner, this guy has the decision-making power to decide if the machines get turned on or off if I'm ever in a coma. But we don't want to do research on understanding just the male species in general.
Crime_Inc. 187. She won't divorce Will because if she does, she'll be nothing in Hollywood. And that's what it's really about. It's not about her love for him. It's not about the money. It's about the clout. She's a clout chaser. She likes the fame. She likes the fame because she got money. She likes the fame.
Someone asked, how long have you been married?
13 years.
Someone else said,
the first 5 years we was mono, and the last 8 we've been poly.
She likes his money. She will leave him if he slaps her because the money will. Wait, what? She will leave.
Nah,
him.
She won't. She won't leave.
If the slap causes the money to dry up, that's what it says.
But the slap will never cause the money to dry up because this man, if he can't win an Oscar, he can just go back to making music. Did we forget about that?
Hold on. Dax a Million said it's a layered relationship. Jada seems to secretly compete with Will. And that's what a lot of our women in modern day America is doing. They're competing with you men. They're comparing themselves to you men. And they get angry because when you men get recognized, like as Will was for his achievements, When y'all get recognized for achievements that we women feel like, well, I could do that too, but I'm doing that too. Some of these women, it burns them to see that happening, because again, it's a reminder that we women's worth is not on what we think it is. We done work so hard, research so hard to go accomplish all this stuff.
It's not.
And then it didn't even pay off. We don't like facing that reality. That's why a lot of women are so cranky, because how dare you remind me that all this hard work I put in, leveling myself up and trying to make my worth get larger, trying to bring more things to my table, why are you ruining it by reminding me that none of it matters? Don't you know he's got a girlfriend who's Indian, right? And she...
From India. Indian from India, not Native American.
Yeah,
India.
Born and raised Indian. And she has a PhD. She approached him. She scoped him out over on my Barbie doll channel, y'all. She was my Barbie doll fan, right?
PhD in India is like a college, is like a high school diploma. Everybody got a PhD in India.
But check it out. This woman, even though she has a PhD, her dream life is to get married, stay home, raise kids, and be a housewife. And she's only in her 20s. And I asked her, I said, well, why did you go to school and waste all these years gaining your degree if you were going to end up not even wanting to use it? Her parents are like almost like strangling her to go get a job, because they're like, why do we spend all this money on your education? You don't even want to do anything with it. She's more concerned about trying to find a husband than she is about trying to find a job. You see what I'm saying? But that's because as a woman, she realized all this education, it's only worthwhile to my family members. Like the people who raised me are proud of me because I accomplished this. But as a woman, I don't even feel right working a 9-to-5. But then when I come home, there's nobody there for me to share my day with. There's nobody there for me to tell how my day went, to tell what my next goals in my career is. Nobody's there to encourage me.
Hold on. I like some of these questions, some of these comments, like this person, Kai Roof
King.
Yeah. Not everyone can just leave. Not everyone, but she can. We're not talking about everyone. She can just leave. I'm saying she won't. She not all intertwined and all of this stuff. Man, Hollywood divorces happen all the time. She won't leave because she will disappear into obscurity with her 70-year-old behind. No one is checking for her. Cougars are not cool. They're not. Use a 50-year-old woman sleeping with a 20-year-old man. That just looks like you want to be somebody's mom. That's not cool.
Too. She didn't settle for Will. She used Will because she was a somebody when he was a nobody. And
Will was never a nobody. Jada Smith was never bigger than Will Smith. Jada Pinkett was never bigger than Will Smith at no time in her life, no time in her career. And she only
someone else said Jada was walking away with nothing. She signed a prenup, and the kids, sure. Did she sign a prenup, you guys? Does anybody know for sure if that's true?
I don't even know.
That explains a lot.
Will seems too simpy to make her sign a prenup, but maybe they did.
No, that doesn't mean she didn't sign a prenup on her own because she thought she was protecting her assets. There is such a thing.
That's true.
These independent women out here really be competing with y'all for real.
That's true. I didn't think of that.
Oh, wait, what did this say? They belong to the Church of Scientology, so leaving each other might not be an option.
Maybe, possibly. But I feel like we too much are giving a pass to this woman. We're too much giving her a pass. And us as black men, we got to stop doing that. You got to stop giving black people a pass. You got to stop giving black women a pass. If something that they did is wrong, you got to address it. That's the only way. You don't got to address these strange, weird women in the street that you don't know, because they for the streets. Let the streets address them. And the streets do. I'm talking about your woman. You got to address her, man. If she do something that's foul, don't give her the right of way because she was hurt and something happened when she was 6. And you can't.
So Moni said their marriage is a perfect example of people not living in their truth, and families can be toxic. Absolutely. And that's where a lot of our women...
Hold on. There's no such thing as their truth, my truth, his truth. There's the truth, and the rest is lies. Period.